we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are here to react to Inside the Den, episode number 3 by the Detroit Lions. Brad Holmes leads his first Detroit Lions draft. Now, this is 37 minutes long, so you got to get your popcorn. Actually, don't get popcorn. You really want to eat popcorn? No. I know what you want. You want trail mix. Trail mix is good. Get trail mix and get Nesquik or something and sit down and let's react to this. We haven't done a reaction video in a while. Not to a video. I think, did we react to episode number 2? I'm not sure. I did a video on it, but I don't know if I actually posted it or not. But here we are for episode number 3. Now, I've heard there's a lot of nice little gems and nuggets in here. I have not seen any of this yet, so this is completely new for me. And yeah, we're just going to react to it. We're going to sit back, react. I will be pausing to say certain things, so if you don't want pauses, go check out the original video. It's on the Detroit Lions YouTube channel. But yeah, man, let's get into this. I'm just excited because I love these episodes. It's like a whole TV show, but it's better than a TV show because it's Inside the Den. Like, let's go, episode 3. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. How you doing? Let's get into it. Again, I apologize I've paused the video, but that's the point. I react to it. Okay, here we go. And I may cut, hold on, I'm sorry. I may cut some parts out due to copyright reasons. So this may not be the entire 37 minutes because some music that they play gets copyrighted. So certain parts may be cut out, certain parts may be muted. So that's why it may be just a little off. So again, if you want the original, it's on their channel. Shout out to the Detroit Lions channel. Let's get it. Okay.
Should be targeting what or whom with that 7th overall pick.
They're going to try to get that guy that kind of fits that new attitude of that Detroit Lions football team.
Holmes, with the staff that he put together, your first round pick of your first draft has to be a hit.
It's been a very, very good process. It's been a fun process. We've got a lot of work done. Everybody's been working extremely hard. Couldn't be more thrilled about the process where we're at right now, and I feel like we're in great shape right now.
Person, right?
It just gets you.
Shout out to Michael Banks, man.
So that is a wonderful thing.
Show it.
50,000 of them.
Oh,
the entire
he's getting it.
the NFL draft.
That's getting jiggy with it. That Campbell, I didn't know you got that fresh haircut. You got the haircut. He knew they were recording. Okay. That Zoom call. Yeah.
For me, it was excitement. Like, I wasn't nervous, I was excited. Honestly, I kind of felt like a little kid, like Christmas morning. Just that, oh man, you know there's gonna be something good under the tree, you just don't know what it is quite yet.
Not as nervous as I
feeling.
thought I was going to be. You know, we felt good about our process. We felt good about our preparation.
We both had a vision for how we wanted things to go. And so for the most part, going into that weekend, we knew what we wanted to do and how we wanted to handle it.
Oh, this is on their other one, wasn't it?
Mr. Sewell.
You just have to watch
Oh,
this left
snap,
tackle,
hold on!
too.
Rare to see a
Oh,
guy
snap.
that big that can move the way Penny Sewell can.
Roll, starter at left tackle or right tackle.
This got to be a starter day one.
Big, he's athletic, he's strong. He's
They like him
tough.
day one.
I think
Yeah,
just
he
a
looked
really
like he's gonna
solid
be-
player, really consistent execution, both run and pass. Not many holes in this guy. Does things the right way. Real high integrity, prideful. You know, the guy's got some juice, high energy, passion on the field.
This the opportunity.
Speaking facts, man.
You got to live for every day.
Yeah. Oh,
First of all,
snap.
he's charismatic.
Okay.
He's got energy, very genuine kid. He's a good kid. He's well raised. He has that perfect blend of swagger, confidence, but humbleness.
And then talking to him, realizing just how mature he is. To be the second youngest player in the NFL, he's very mature and he's very driven.
How would you describe your play style?
Physical, whether it's my athleticism to my strength or whatever it is. At the end of the day, I'm getting hands-on. You know.
I'd love the opportunity to coach you. Just keep working. I'll be greedy. Yeah, I would like to draft you too. Good luck with everything. Good luck with your pro day. Good luck with all that. Keep working hard, all right? Tell mom and dad I said hi.
Oh, thank you.
He has a lot of
so
gratitude.
glad
He's
Hank
very
Bradley's back.
thankful, very appreciative for everything. He believes in hard work.
Thought he had a really good workout. Rare feet, rare power and balance.
That was nasty. When he
He
ran
checked
like
out
that.
good, man. He looked like he was 300 pounds and was running around like a tight end.
What really showed up is the player, his attitude, his demeanor, and then just his athletic ability off the edge as it pertains to being tackles in this league. And knowing, like, this guy can handle speed ball. He's big and strong enough to handle a bull rush.
Oh, highlight reel here. Hey, honestly, he's got so many highlight plays, it's nuts. Oh, here we go with the ad. So many highlights you can pull out of that. I can make an easy highlight film for him. Easy.
Sheila, this is your first
What?
draft.
This is, yeah.
Oh,
right. Like,
technically,
really,
it's your
yeah,
first
it is
draft.
my first draft.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Yep, it is.
All in the
Yep,
same boat.
we're all in the same boat. We're all in this together.
That's right.
Oh, we are.
Exactly right. We went through literally every scenario.
Yo, first off, that setup's clean. Like, come on, man. Oh, is this the camera where we got like the terrible quality footage? See, they could, I don't know, they probably did that on purpose, but they got the zoom thing. I can't read. They got the setup going on. They got the cooler over here. You already know, man.
The scenario you talked about, consistently, was always going to be those two guys sitting there.
Yeah. Absolutely. The first hurdle was
Oh, okay. So I don't know if they're talking about the first pick, but they must be. It's always going to be those two guys. Now I wonder who that is. Maybe it's Jamar and it was Sewell. Right? We heard the rumors. Either way.
Cincinnati. I mean, that was really the big hurdle we felt like. Once they took Chase, it was like, okay, here we go.
It was those two.
Oh, Chase.
You can prepare all you want, but curveballs are going to come, the unexpected. You just got to just
How many people thought the
trust your
Bengals were doing
process,
that?
trust your gut.
In a minute, you talk yourself into the fact that he'll be there for you. All of a sudden, you'll flip like that, flip on a dime, and be like, there's no way Sewell gets to us. There is no stinking way.
I love it. I just love it, bro. I want to see more behind the scenes like this. I love it. You guys remember the reaction? They lost it. Look at Dan Campbell. You already know he's hype. You knew Miami wasn't going Sewell, so.
It's almost like we knew we were going to get him. We didn't know, but we had a real good feeling Miami was not going to take Sewell.
Right.
We're not getting Sewell. We're not going to take him. I don't think they'll take him. I don't either.
No, there was no way.
What you said, they're looking for somebody to come up with.
Now, they might have somebody.
They don't want to go too far, though. They don't want to go too far back.
Oh, snap.
I know Minnesota's.
Yo, there's a lot of pressure. I don't even know what happened.
Had some decisions to make, obviously, to stay where we're at.
What happens if we move up? What's it going to cost to move up? And relative to the player we can get, is it worth it? What if none of these guys are here that we feel like are top 10 type players? Do we trade back?
Hey, this was Cincinnati. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
When there was a moment after we got off the phone with another team, and now it was just kind of those moments of just waiting and seeing what Miami was going to do. It was probably about 2 or 3 minutes where you're just like, okay, what's going to happen?
He did say there was talks, and they just showed us the talk. That was kind of cool.
This is presented from Brad Holmes makes it sound as if the pick Jamar Chase to Cincinnati was already in, and they were just waiting for the Dolphins pick. If that was the case, why would the Lions trade out then? Why wouldn't you just wait to see who's at your spot? This was a call that happened before. To me, it seems like this would have to be a call before the Cincinnati pick, because the Lions weren't trading up to move up one spot with Miami. That wouldn't have made any sense. So I don't know why this call would have happened before the Lions got on the clock, because, of course, taking that trade before you get on the clock would have been kind of crazy, especially with Miami. Very low chance they were going to take Penei Sewell. So I'm not really sure when this call took place. I don't really know what's going on with this one, but I like it.
In here. It was pretty tense. It was.
Yo,
that's what makes the draft fun.
So if you want to know what it was like this. That's what it was like. We're looking at the ticker across the board from the league. We're just waiting for Miami to make their pick.
Feel the intensity.
When he fell to us, couldn't have been more thrilled.
Wow.
Oh, look at Brad, man. Oh, right here. My boy twists his ankle right here. Oh, look, he's out there hopping, and you see it? I'm sorry, I have to point this out. I think he twisted his ankle. They never talk about this, but look at my dude in the back. Look at him hopping. Maybe he's just happy. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, that couldn't have worked any better, my friend.
Sheila's full-time head coach. My first year as GM. Sheila's really first draft.
I think everybody really felt like they had a hand in it. That's what we wanted. That was the reason we did all this.
And it was genuine, it was authentic, and those moments are hard to recapture. You really can't. You just got to be there.
I'm going to call this kid.
Yeah.
Got another ad.
Penei, it's Brad Holmes, GM with the Detroit Lions.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How
Oh,
are
I
you?
got 2 phones.
Troy
Oh yeah, you got 2
How you
phones.
doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, I told you I'd follow up with you, man. You ready to be in line?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, we're about to pick you here, man. Congratulations, man. Hey, it's one pride over here, man. We want you in this pride, all right? You're going to be a big part of what we're doing
You gonna
going
make us
forward, all right, man?
emotional.
Yes, sir. You
All
always
right,
get
man.
it.
Congratulations. Congratulations, man.
Renee was very emotional, but you know, I had to hold back emotions, and it is like you kind of catch yourself, and it's like, wow, I'm actually, I've watched so many other general managers make that call, and then now you're actually doing it, and then you hear Panay, like, he's getting emotional, you hear his family just erupting, and you just can't, you know, and, you know, really just more so happy for him.
You know, the kid was excited, and I think he was just trying to hold back his own emotions.
Big man. What's up, Coach? Hey, we're fired up, my friend. Hey, you're gonna change the culture for us, man. We're gonna build this thing around guys like you. You hear me? You come in and play just like you've been playing, man. You come in to compete, man. You be just as nasty and dirty as you've been, and you're gonna help us turn this thing around. We're gonna be winners, man. All right? You're the building block. You hear me? Yes, sir.
You heard a lot of people saying, you know, well, look, man, act like you've been there before, or, you know, and I say, well, actually, I hadn't been there before.
Just a minute here. All right, brother.
I love that. That's a great point.
Wow! That's
outstanding. That's outstanding.
Yo, Dan, calm down. Yo, hold on, son. Dan needs to calm down. Look at Dan. About to rip that whole track.
It's outstanding. It's outstanding.
Right there, you guys just saw the actual definition of pounding the table. You know, and they say, oh, we pounded the table. Brad Holmes pounded the table to go get Jared Goff. He's literally pounding the table. Okay, he's about to break that table. But no, seriously, I think this first draft pick, the reaction to this is kind of just almost like a metaphor for the entire draft, but not even that, a metaphor for what the Lions are trying to do in terms of the environment, all right? The environment, the attitudes, kind of the feeling around the team isn't something that should waver between, you know, certain moments, foundation of your team. And I think this pick right here kind of summarizes, and we'll see it throughout the draft, of how locked in everybody is to this, but how much they love each pick. It wasn't just a draft pick. You know, it was more than that. Everybody's involved. Everybody's doing it together. And you can see the excitement on everybody's face. Everybody's excited for this draft pick. And like Dan Campbell said, everybody felt like they were a part of it. You know, it's a unit when they did this together. You know, Dan Campbell said, hey, a true alpha knows when to concede. Unit, it wasn't a one person, I want this guy, let's go get my guy. I'm the head coach, I'm the GM, you know, I'm gonna run this thing. It was like, we're all doing this together. You know, we're gonna have Spielman, we're gonna have Sheila announce some draft picks. Like, we're gonna do this thing together. And I think we saw it with every pick, and you see it here first, just kind of how the Lions are trying to do this thing. It's how they want the attitude and the environment to be around the team going forward. And I think that's the kind of attitude you need to bounce back from things, to get up when you're knocked down. Because if you don't have that everywhere, it's tough. It can waver. You need it through everybody. You need everybody to bring that same level and same attitude to every day.
Can't wait to get you here. You know, help us turn this thing around. So we know you're going to.
Thank you again.
Great. Well, we can't wait to see you. Congratulations, and we're. Take care. We'll see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye.
You already know John Dorsey's chewing that gum in the back. Hold up. You already know. I love it, though. I love Soul's reaction. It's great.
That's a cornerstone pick right there, Brad. That's a cornerstone pick. Outstanding.
Seventh pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Panay Sewell. Tackle,
Oh, love it. Hank is probably happy. Oh, yeah, I already got texted. He's like, I'm going to come in there and kiss you guys. I've got every old line coach in the league texting me right now. Great pick. I love that guy.
cool. Let's see. Oh man, that was hype, bro. That was intense. Woo.
Yeah. What up, what up, what up? I'm a Lion. I came in, family atmosphere, everybody opening with open arms and really greeting me with all love.
Welcome home, brother. Welcome home, man.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Oh, okay.
Who's that?
This is Dan Campbell. Saints just tried to call you, I think.
Dan just hung up on him.
Yeah, I think I accidentally. Oh, they hung up on him. Well, there's only 80 lines on there, so I didn't know which one to hit. Dan Campbell.
Those moments leading up to.
Wait, what?
I didn't realize how savage Dan Campbell was with this. He hung up on the Saints, his former team, man. He got to answer her Mickey Loomis, and he hung up.
Would you be happy with either of those spread? Or, yeah, either one.
I'm good with either one. For whatever reason, I'm partial to Washington.
There was a couple of times where leading up to the draft, I wrote on the board, man, if you could come away with this guy and you write Sewell and this guy, Onwuzurike, and you know, and I'd written those up and we had talked about those because those are two guys that we had identified.
This guy's got good initial quickness to penetrate. I like his hand use. I think he's got quick hands to jolt and stack O-linemen.
Toughness, athleticism, character's clean. I like this guy.
Does he have any versatility, in your opinion, in terms of across the line of scrimmage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he does, and he played there. He played nose, 4-eye, 3-tech. You know, he played all over. I think he's got some versatility, no doubt.
Levi was the guy that we had targeted, that we had made attempts for to try to trade back up into the first round.
Oh, they're going to show
Onwuzurike. I thought he was going to go the back of the first, and then at a minimum early second. I was like, there's no way we're going to get this guy.
Joe,
Dude, I like this. So this is something I've always wondered, like, if they do these things, like call, you know, and if teams are like, hey, yeah, this is who I'm taking. This is just cool. I love this.
Joe,
Look at Brad. Look at my dude back here. Yo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh no!
Dan and I went through a lot of different scenarios, but there are still some tense moments there because it's the unknown of what's going to happen.
There was plenty of guys in that room, people that have experience. John Dorsey being one of them was like, listen, sit tight. You know, just trust the process. It'll, you know, let the board come to you. And to Brad's credit, he held on.
I called Terry and Chris and told them we're staying put.
Now, I'm glad the Lions left this part in the video because it does kind of tell us who the Lions may have been talking to. Not completely, but we may know who they were talking to based on the context clues. So, yes, the Lions clearly were considering trading up like they said. They weren't lying about that. And you see the first clip where they said Joe Tryon. Now, he was the last pick of the first round by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm assuming what went down there, the last pick of the first round, Lions clearly wanted Levi. They said two guys they would have been good with. I don't know who the other guy was. I'm thinking they probably called Tampa Bay and said, hey, Tampa Bay, who you taking? And when they said Joe Tryon, you could see their reaction to that. And maybe if they would have said Levi, maybe they would have said, okay, well, whoa, before you do that, what's it going to take to get that spot? I'm not completely sure. Maybe they were just calling to listen. Maybe they wouldn't have actually traded up because, like I said, there was someone else that they would have been good with. But they did take Joe Tryon. Definitely could have been considering trading into the first round like the reports were said. But then in the second round, the two names Brad Holmes brings up is Terry and Chris. He says, I told Terry and Chris, we're going to stay put. Now, I'm thinking those two teams that he may have been talking to based on those contact clues, Terry would be Terry Fontenot, who is the GM for the Falcons. We actually did a video on him this offseason, but he was their general manager. He's their general manager, and they had pick number 35, which was the third pick in the second round. So, of course, it would have moved us up. And also the Miami Dolphins, who have Chris Greer as their GM, who had pick number 36. So they have the fourth pick of the second round. Now, I'm not sure if the Lions were super worried about those two teams as maybe they were worried about who they were jumping in front of. Maybe a team like New England, who sat right after those two teams. New England Patriots took Christian Barmore. I think it's a big deal that Christian Barmore was available because remember, he was the first interior defensive lineman off the board. If Christian Barmore wasn't there, maybe they could have taken Levi. So I'm thinking the Lions are probably trying to jump up in front of those teams. Maybe not as worried about, what Miami and what the Falcons are going to do, but more worried about can we get in front of these teams that way we can make that pick. That's the two teams I'm thinking that Brad Holmes was talking about. Now, the Falcons did move out of their spot. They did trade out. And based on what the Broncos gave up, we kind of may have an idea of what the Lions probably would have had to give up to move up to this spot. And it's actually a pretty good amount of capital that they gave up. So the Denver Broncos gave up their second round pick, which was pick number 40, one in front of ours, and they also gave up pick number 114, all right? Now, in return, they received that pick, the 35th pick in the draft, and also a 219 pick. So I think that's round 7, 219, or maybe the end of round 6. Either way, a very late pick, but they had to give up pick number 114 to move up to that spot. It's not terrible, but let's say hypothetically Lions try to make that trade, we could assume they probably would have had to give up that pick number 112. Probably because we've been a couple spots in front of the Broncos at the very least. So if they gave up pick number 112, it means the whole situation of getting Amon-Ra St. Brown and Derrick Barnes back-to-back wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened because you wouldn't have been able to get Amon-Ra St. Brown. Basically, the pick that you saved could have been Amon-Ra St. Brown or no Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you still got Levi that you wanted. So being patient definitely paid off here.
Okay. All right. Got it.
That's tough to do.
Brad, he's going to be sitting there. We won't have to move. He's going to be right there for us. Exactly. We're going to will it into existence.
Yeah.
Yes. He's going to be right there.
Did that with a lot of guys, and you know what? It worked out. Maybe I did have something to do with it.
I'm just glad that we were able to come to the decision to stay put, and sometimes the draft gods just smile on you, and they did, and we were able to land Levi.
Levi Onwuzurike, defensive tackle, Washington.
There's the disruption, there's the production, everything you want. He's got an incredibly quick get off and gets his hands on you so quickly, one-on-one. I mean, good luck.
Big boy. Man, I'm doing phenomenal. Now that we got you, let me tell you something. We got a big piece on the offensive line. Now we got our D-line, man. You're going to come in here and you're going to compete and help us win championships, brother. You're our guy.
Hey, I appreciate it.
This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, as Coach said, we were holding our breath every pick. Coach kept saying, just stay there.
Hey, I appreciate y'all coming to get me. Oh, I'm ready to be over there.
Hey, good call, man, everybody. Sit tight. That was excellent. I'm glad I said that.
Oh yeah, we love this guy. He's got potential for interior rush.
That's right. They don't need one.
Well, we'll still look at all of those receivers.
They just got Brown last year. I'm going to say no.
Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta move this back. I wasn't expecting to get this.
That's right. They don't need one.
She was worried about the receiver after the second pick. You know what, though? A lot of people were. But to their credit, and Brad Holmes probably about to talk about it, like, the receivers fell. They fell. He set that board up really well.
We'll still look at all of those receivers.
They just got Brown last year. I'm going to say no.
USC kid.
I'm going to say no.
All of those kids, so we'll still be in a position to get one because of the depth of that position. Because here, really McNeil is the only real lowest tackle.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why he was so great in this draft, because those guys were flying. Defensive lineman was light this year, and they went on him early, and then all the receivers just dropped. Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, there was some studs that fell, but St. Brown, man, I mean, I had him going earlier.
When Aleem was there, it was that perfect marriage of, best football player that we love versus there was a need as well.
Hello?
Aleem,
Hey, what's up?
I'm doing great, man. You ready to be a Lion?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think my dude's ready for that. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. After watching some of that film, I think Aleem McNeil. Woo! I mean, I'm just saying. I can understand why people like him as a second-round guy. Like, he looked dang good, man. He looked
McNeil
really
was
good.
another one that we talked about.
I was sleeping on him.
He was another one of those, man, week before the draft to draw it up. Like, oh, here's Sewell, here's Onzarike, and what if you were able to get McNeil too? And we got him.
What's up, kid? Congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it so much. I really do.
Listen, man, you fit here perfectly for us, man. Everything you're about and what you are, you got a ton of upside. You just come in here and compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. When it did happen, it was the best moment in the world, but it didn't look like it. I was just so shook that Detroit called him. Wow, okay, I'm behind now. I can't even explain that. Like, I've never had that feeling before in my life.
Adding to the trenches, we knew when you saw Dan Campbell get in that room and he's sitting in there talking about biting kneecaps, they were going to go big guys, and that's what they've done in this draft with Penei Sewell, Levi Onwuzurike, and now with Lee McNeil.
Hello.
Is that right now? Big boy.
They didn't know Frank. 72nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions.
Why does it say? Okay, I don't know why it says.
Aleem McNeil, defensive tackle, NC State.
Superpowers, play strength, two gap ability, shed, effort, toughness, and tackling.
I thought the pro day was pretty solid there. Just seeing it on tape. This guy's, I think, got ability, and I think you have a pretty good player.
When you watch him maneuver and move and take an edge, and you're like, okay, this kid I think is going to be able to do some pass rush now too. This isn't just some anchor for the run game. Like, I think there's more to this kid. We all do.
Probably one of the coolest things about when they were showing his baseball clips, you know, just the guy at the big boy at the plate just kind of stroking him was pretty cool.
That's not slow pitch softball either.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that.
Dude, I love we're getting players that we love. Absolutely. We are getting players we absolutely love.
Ooh, my boy Melly. Hey, I'm telling you, and I like all the draft picks. Melly just might be my favorite. I'm just saying, Melly is something else, man. I gotta hear what they say. So he has the ability outside to play. Absolutely.
There was a cluster of players that we're looking at, but then Iffy was just standing, you know, on top of those players.
Season outside.
Big block,
long, quick.
We never thought he would be sitting there. I mean, I'm shocked. We're still shocked. I mean, that he didn't go in the second round is unbelievable. You could.
That's what I'm saying. I know y'all did mock drafts. That dude never fell that far in mock drafts. I'm just saying, he never did.
Ignore it.
It just seems like he was just kind of just waving at us.
I feel like the last time this happened with the Lions, and it was a corner, was Amani. And I would say it worked out pretty well. I mean, I'm just saying, Amani, you know, it wasn't the best year last season like a lot of players, but it worked out pretty well.
Waiting to hear my name called, I was kind of nervous. I was anxious, you know, throughout the night, and I kind of stopped watching a little bit.
Damn, man.
Like, don't F this up, man. Like, I'm right here. And so I kind of saw him and saw the wave and heard him. And I said, let me just go ahead and just make this pick.
Pick is in, we're on the clock.
Go down to 130 from two future ones. Yeah, no, I think we should say that.
Wait, hold up. I gotta look this up. Who had pick 130? The Jaguars from Rams. Wait. Did the Rams have that pick and then the Rams trade it? He may be talking to the Rams. Either the Rams or the Jaguars here. He may be talking to the Rams. That would make sense. But that's kind of a long drop. That's what, 29 picks? I think. Where do we make this pick at? We made this pick at 101.
I think we're going to pick.
Yeah. Iffy. It's Brad Holmes, GM with Detroit Lions. How you doing, man?
Oh, we called him Iffy okay. So
when I got the call, and I seen the area code, and I seen Detroit came up, so I immediately knew who it was. So I was really excited when that happened.
Said, if you ready to be a Lion, and he was like, man, I've been ready.
Then actually just waiting to see it on TV was even crazier.
The Detroit Lions select Ifeatu Melifonwu, defensive back, Syracuse.
It'll be a great scheme fit, great addition. It's hard to find big guys at a premium position like Iffy and what he's going to be able to bring.
He's a guy who's willing to do a little dirty work when need be, but yet, man, you can watch him cover. You can watch him press in coverage. You can watch him play off. And then you realize he's 6'2", 205. And so the athlete and the hips to be that size and be able to flip, it's rare.
Thanks so much. Okay, congratulations. Bye-bye.
I got to get an Iffy jersey. I'm sleeping if I don't. What am I doing?
Go by a nickname? Your homies call you anything specific?
Yeah, people call me Iffy.
Yeah, I talked.
Okay, so they do call him Iffy. I'm sorry for saying Melly. I'm sorry. It's Iffy. My bad. I will be better. I'm going to write this down. Iffy. Iffy. They call him Iffy. Okay.
To Coach Pleasant. It was a very good meeting. Probably the best meeting I've ever had.
The thing is, that's what I think. Aubrey Pleasant's personality, you can just kind of see it. It almost makes me think of last year's receiver coach a little bit that we had. Can't think of his name right now. But this, the personality that he brings, I can see why guys improve with him, but why they want to be coached by him.
Do you have any other questions for me before I let you go?
I already know you guys got some Nigerians on your team already in the secondary. What would your advice be, just to me, an incoming rookie coming in, even if I go to the Lions or not?
I think you do have a large upside.
Oh, this is before they drafted him. Okay.
But don't be surprised if people ask you to do a lot of things because you can, but you can't be thinking so much that you paralyze your ability.
Mrs. Ford calls me. She said, hey, look, I know everybody wants, wide receivers and those skill position guys, but you need those big guys. You need those offensive linemen, defensive linemen. And when she said that, it really touched my soul. I'll never forget this call for the rest of my life.
That night and then.
Wow. Hey, she got it. You know what, though? I'm going to take the L because I initially, if you guys remember, my reaction wasn't the best. But now I understand. When I look at the defensive setup, the scheme, I understand that they did the right thing. And then you look at how the board fell, it's like, wow, they really nailed this.
We know skill positions will sell the jerseys. So you go early, you take skill positions. Those sell jerseys. They draw a lot of hype. But when you go out and you draft an offensive lineman and 2 defensive linemen, people are like, what the heck is going on here? Like, people want these receivers because it's exciting, it's flashy, but at the same time, I understand you do need these.
In early morning going into the third, we really highlighted 2 guys we were going after. That's Brad. Brad said, man, look, who do we like? Here they are. And Brad had already started maneuver like, all right, let's get in position where we can get both those guys.
Going into it.
They won Amon-Ra and Derrick.
Amon-Ra was still on the board then, and
I can't believe that.
I say, is there a way to come away with him and Derrick Barnes? We had 112 and 153, so made some calls prior to, was able to strike a deal with Andrew with him and Derrick Barnes. We had 112.
Okay, so my boy over here has got to be dizzy. He's just spinning in circles. But
12 and 153, so made some calls prior to, was able to strike a deal with Andrew with Cleveland to just get 112 and 113.
You know what though, man? That deal was pretty nice. That was a really nice deal for us to be able to get back-to-back picks, move up to 40 picks.
We'll call Cleveland, and it may be one of those. Who do we want? Depending on who they get, then we'll call Cleveland, and it may be one of those. Who do we want?
Right.
Type deal. Here we go.
Those moments again, will he be there? You're still waiting because you don't know if one of those guys are going to be gone.
And we got them, both of them back to back. It was awesome. I mean, it was freaking awesome.
Okay, so yeah, Jay's just calling it right.
This is calling it right now. Oh, it's Mike Disner. Okay. So Mike Disner's calling in the pick. Meanwhile, he's doing the trade.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, yep.
Oh my God. Rodwood.
Oh my God.
Thank you. All right, yep.
Oh my God. Yo, don't you just love this war room though?
Oh my God.
Going forward, man. You're going to catch passes from Jared Goff, man, and hey, we're excited, man. All right.
Catch pass from Jared Goff.
The Detroit Lions select Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, USC.
Finally be drafted, I think was
Amon-Ra's
awesome
a
feeling.
stud,
to have the Lions, pick on me was amazing. Finally, being in the NFL, it's been a dream of mine for a long time, so I'm excited to get to work.
What's up, man? Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, appreciate it.
He's just going to be a great addition. It fits Dan's vision for what he wants as a football player.
I like this guy's athleticism. I do like the hands. He's got good catching skills. His dad is a two-time Mr. Universe.
This is one of the best slot receivers in the draft. The Detroit Lions are getting a fantastic player.
How quickly do you think he would be able to contribute if we did have him on
Day one?
I do think he'd upgrade the overall talent of our wide receiver core. And then the mental learning, they say this kid's one of the smartest players in the team.
Talk me through this route for you.
You know, the guy inside of me, his job is to take the safety out, you know, run that safety off and create that one-on-one for me. And then, you know, my job on this is just to, you know, go step on his toes and win.
It's not just picking a wide receiver, pick that wide receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I was looking back at my old wide receiver big board, and right there, I had Amon-Ra St. Brown in my top 10. All right, I had this guy in my top 10 above De'Ami Brown, Nico Collins, Dwayne Eskridge, Josh Palmer. Like, I had this dude in my top 10. Now, I was switching between him and Tylan Wallace. All right, one point I had St. Brown in there, one point I had Wallace. I know I was going back and forth on those two guys, and Wallace was still available, so I was with either of those guys. But I had this dude in my top 10. I loved St. Brown. The reason I love St. Brown is because he was so dominant from the slot. Highest percentage of slot snaps of any receiver we currently have on the roster. Like 68% of his snaps in the slot. He was much better in the slot than he was on the outside. I see him as a great slot receiver for the Lions and a great weapon for a guy like Jared Goff, who loved to go to Cooper Kupp, but that versatility is also fantastic. But you look at the guys I got above him. I mean, right above him is Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore, Terrace Martin. I mean, we're talking about first round, some second round picks. That's how high I was on Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I'm pumped we got him because if you guys remember before the draft, I think I predicted him 72 and we got him 112 field. You talk about the route running, the returning background. I mean, just the hands, honestly, on this dude. But then the demeanor. I mean, we've heard about the attitude so far that he brings. I mean, he's in like, hey, I'm here to take someone's job. Like that's your like opening statement as line. Okay, you do you then.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So they do bring up blocker a little bit. Oh, snap. Hey, come on. We didn't know if they did that, but John Dorsey brings it up.
It's going to mix it up. This guy is a whole blocker. Yeah, no, I agree.
He's another ass kicker.
Yeah.
No doubt. As a wide receiver.
And that's the first thing you got to be able to do. To be a receiver to play special teams. You have to have the right attitude. And he does. You know how I feel about Barnes. I love Barnes. Okay.
Oh, I wanted to see if they had.
Superpower for Derrick would be his athletic ability.
A little bit of value on the edge. Just a kind of a physical, heavy-handed type player.
This guy's a good worker. He has some leadership ability. He's more rah-rah. He always, you know, he's a big energy guy.
Hey, Derrick, it's Brad Holmes, GM of Detroit Lions. How you doing, man? Are you ready to be a Lion, man?
DB, congratulations. You're going to come in here and make a name for yourself. All right, you're going to set a tone just like the rest of these big boys we brought in, but you're going to anchor it in the middle, man. You got to come in and earn your right. Once you get in there and compete, help us on special teams, and let's go do something in this division.
Anchor in the middle. He already knew that's what he was going to do, and he says, "Let's do something in this division."
With the 113th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Derrick Barnes, linebacker from Purdue.
He was another one. It was no brainer for us. Like, he belongs with us. He's our fit. He's our type of guy.
Hey.
It was perfect. You did a great job.
You did great. You certainly make us look all better. I can tell you that.
It was amazing. That was such a cool trade. Yeah, just yeah, you really are.
We just get players we love. That's all we really.
Yo, the trade was beautiful, but dang, man, we gotta wait 140 picks. Okay, now that's cool, but look, they ain't gonna show that. They can time lapse that. We had to actually sit through it.
There's a couple things here. First off, when you look at the expressions that Brad Holmes is giving off, obviously there's going to be excitement from these guys because it is their first time. I think he said it best. You know, hey, I've never been here before. Just so excited for each draft pick. You can just feel kind of the love and the passion coming off of them, like how much they really want to be there. And I like how unified the entire war room is. Like, everybody's involved. You hear everybody talking. You know, everybody's happy with each draft pick. It's just a very positive environment, very exciting environment. They're not just making these picks. You know, they're not just, well, we need this spot. We're just going to make this pick. How you doing? Hey, like, they're genuinely like super excited about every single pick. Brad Holmes said earlier with the St. Brown pick, it's not just receiver, it's that receiver. They had a clear plan, but they also had guys that they wanted. And they were aggressive in a smart way. Like, yes, it was a risk to sit and wait. It worked out. They followed their board. It worked out. Shout out to John Dorsey. That's why you get yourself a John Dorsey. You don't just get it because he brings the best gun players. You get it because he does stuff like that. Before every pick, I mean, they're talking about these guys like, yeah, we like these too. And then I love the aggressiveness to move up to get Derrick Barnes. Like, you wanted him. You knew you wanted him going into that day. You didn't sit back, because to me, that means they're separating linebacker as a need from Derrick Barnes. Okay, they had a plan when they drafted him. You heard Dan Campbell say you're going to anchor the middle. Dan Campbell already knew what he wanted this guy to do. So there was a clear, like, this is the guy we want. We don't just want a linebacker because we need it. There was a precise aggressiveness there. Okay, we need to get up because this is a guy. We took Aleem McNeil because there's only that nose tackle left. Like, there was a plan with each one of these. It wasn't just we have this need, we're going to take it, but there was aggressiveness in the right way where it was like, okay, hey, we want to get Derrick Barnes. It's not just a linebacker, because there are other linebackers here. It was getting very thin, so they showed aggressiveness to say, okay, we're going to go get this pick. The position, they loved the guys they select. They didn't select by needs. They selected who they loved. Clear, they keep saying it. You know they did, all right, because you just look at their reaction on each pick. It's not, yes, we got our linebacker. It's, we got that guy.
Oh, good job. Golly, that's excellent. Now we got 146 picks between us and
yeah. When we got to two.
Yo, that's the thing. It was like, yes, back-to-back picks, and then it's like, wait a minute, hold up. How long do we have to wait?
That's excellent. Now we got 146
Campbell's
picks.
reaction.
Yeah.
When we got to 257, with Jamar there, again, he was a guy that we still had on our draft board, and a guy that, we had a lot of affinity for and like for. He brings an element of instincts, vision. He's a natural zone runner. He's slippery.
Come on, man.
Was at the pro day, caught the ball well. He was smooth and efficient. But one really, I think for me, is trust the tape.
You gotta watch the tape more than the pro day. This guy,
really.
Yes, he is a tape guy, man.
The scouts always say trust the tape. Brad Holmes said, hey, we'll look at the numbers. We'll use the analytics to see if something looks a little off there. But Jamar Jefferson, I mean, the numbers matched up. He didn't look extremely fast on the field, in my opinion, but he made big plays. If you watch the tape, you could see the vision. It wasn't the athletic traits that were setting apart. It was the play style. It was the vision. It was the cutbacks. It was the balance. It was all these little things that you can't see by numbers, by a pro day chart. You just can't see it. You got to watch him play. And if you watch him play, you can say to yourself, oh, he looks pretty good. Oh, he had the yards and things like that, but he didn't have those exciting numbers. You don't see big 40 times. Like, people get excited when you see a great 40 time from him. Like, whoa, he's fast, or he's super strong. He didn't have that. It wasn't like, dang, he's an athlete. Overlooked. But the production was consistent. So you wonder why. Okay, we got to look at the numbers. Why is the production so good, but he's, not that dynamic or explosive? Then you watch the film and you're like, oh, this guy can play. And then you realize what scheme we have, and you're like, oh, he's going to fit the scheme. Same thing with pass catching. Maybe he didn't have the most receptions, but when you watch him, when he does get it thrown his way, he looks natural as a pass catcher. Doesn't have the numbers, though, so you got to watch the film. This is a very big film guy. I like how they brought that up.
Vision, run instincts, and run production.
Kid runs strong. He's instinctive. He is tough.
The way we fused and married analytics and the scout intuition to it, he had the third highest telemetry play speed.
Third highest something play speed. I got to put the whole closed caps, the subtitles on. Telemetry, play speed. I don't know what that means.
All running back. So you saw the home run speed on tape.
The issue here is Brad Holmes got his own fancy analytics that he's looking at. I mean, he's making his own analytics. I'm sitting here looking at 40 times. My boy's looking at telemac history. I'm like, what the heck is that? You just made a whole new chemistry? I don't know what he's talking about. But apparently he was good on his analytics. The part that he did say play speed, which tells me he meant like maybe playing fast. He's a home run player.
So he just played fast, I guess. I don't know how they do that, right? Oh, he had a lot of big runs.
Who's going after?
I think what they're saying there, because his pro day wasn't that good. He wasn't that fast in his pro day. But you watch him on film, he had a lot of big plays.
I'm gonna try this mistaken.
He's the highest rated player.
Damn right.
Yo, I love it, man. Oh wait, why can't they sell tickets to sit
going after
him, man?
I'm gonna try this mistaken.
He's your highest rated player.
Damn right.
Sometimes the draft the decisions get made for you.
With the 257th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Jamar Jefferson, running back, Oregon State. Welcome to the Pride, Jamar.
We were attacking free agency, the college free agent world.
Yo, that went fast.
Yeah, wide receiver. We'd be doing backflips if we got him as a free agent.
But that's what they did, man. I don't know how they pulled it off.
Oh, backflips. I would literally do a backflip.
Wait, I really want to see if he tries.
We were on with some of these players. Our scouts were on with the agents.
You know what? It's starting to feel like Sage is going to make the team. And just from what we're hearing so far this offseason.
And we were just, man, we were going after it.
We got, for Drake Jackson, when Dorsey negotiated, we're good. That's off the age.
No, you did it. I just closed it.
You're the closer. Charlie Sheen, come in.
Great guy. Is that done? That's done?
Cavante. Yeah, they were on that quick. They had to have like a list of players and just started calling. They were so fast.
Second contract. Here we go. Dude said he's on the Nebraska kid. Mills? Yeah, Mills is. You said you got him locked up?
That probably will be a fish, special teams. Team. Because he's a very powerful guy.
Got him? Yes. Good work.
We felt like we really came away with some good college free agents, like quality free agents that can come in here and compete a little bit.
This guy's calling card is his size, his catching skills. He can run routes. He has good instincts.
He is competitive. He works. He watches extra film.
I did like the athlete. He's an easy mover. I thought he was instinctive in there. He was tough.
This kid is a big kid. He does have ability to go up and get it.
Superpower, I see him. I think it's his toughness, ability to make the tough catch in traffic, good catching skills.
Really one of the best guys I've seen out west at LOT in a while.
What had been started with Brad and his crew, which extended to the coaches, myself being a part of it, was, man, we identified these guys that we really, really loved.
This organization, why should we draft you?
I think you guys should draft me because I'm going to be someone who's going to go out there and compete in everything that I do and make an impact, for your organization. I'm going to do whatever it takes to, make an impact and help the team win a Super Bowl.
If I told you you got to pick 3 words to describe yourself as a football player, what would you say?
Brave. Brave is a good word, because I'm a little undersized.
I like that they're showing the UDFAs a little bit. Yeah, Tavante is undersized.
Out there, but I'm the biggest one. You know what I'm saying? I'm brave because I'm going to go at whoever.
Yeah. I truly believe it's about the fight of the dog and not the dog and the fight. So.
Exactly, Coach.
These guys we really, really love. Those are players in the first round, players in the second round, it's players in the third round. It's all the way to free agency.
What do you think you bring to the offense to be able to impact the offense?
I take a lot of pride in catching the ball, so I feel like I have some good hands. I just feel like a guy that's going to get you first downs and put points on the board.
But what's your expectations going into this year?
Not to rush anything, but to kind of just let things play into place. But at the end of the day, when I cross the line, make my presence known and felt that I'm here to contribute to whatever the team needs.
What would your teammates say about you?
Great leader, on and off the field. Make sure I do everything right. Not afraid to call me. I check up on my teammates. I think they have nothing to say but good things about me.
But I really like the way you play, man. I feel great about your knowledge of the game.
We truly believe, Dan and myself, that everything's got to be a collaborative effort, and the coaching staff did a phenomenal job throughout the entire draft process.
I thought what he did for me as a coach, it was inspirational. Like, it inspired the hell out of me. It inspired the hell out of me to want to be as good as I can be for him.
What you feel great about is that Dan and myself, we were picking players of how we were preaching things. These are the guys that we love. These are the guys that we're excited about.
Everything that we do, that's going to be our foundation. This is our team. These are our picks. This was our move, and for our vision of how we wanted to go, I felt like it was better than perfect.
We believe in hard work. We pride ourselves in hard work, and hopefully we'll keep building this thing the right way.
Woo! Okay. What? All right. that's it, man. That's the show. That is Inside the Den, man. Okay, I didn't write anything down, but I would say every time they draft someone, they said they loved him. And I liked how they had their eyes on both Derrick Barnes and Amon-Ra St. Brown going into that day, and then they went up and got both. Like, that's the part of aggressiveness that I liked, that when you're coming into day 3, just because of what was available. But then they also had the patience. But again, I keep saying it, like, my favorite part of this draft was how they had their draft board ran, how they were able to get the big guys. And I guess Sheila Ford Ham came around. She's like, hey, look, we can get a receiver. We did get a receiver, but we were able to wait on these receivers. And then obviously in free agency, what they picked up, Kinley, Surratt, Adams, you know, those receivers, plus getting Amon-Ra St. Brown at the spot they did is just crazy. I wouldn't have thought they would be able to do that. But so they were able to get their big guys early and then get the skill positions later because there was way more depth. Their defensive line was kind of light. Like Brad Holmes said, that's the only real nose tackle left. Offensive line, obviously they got who they feel is the best lineman in the draft. He is the best lineman in the draft. But I mean, they were able to go get the big guys. And at the time, I was just a little bit like, what are we doing? But now that I've went back, like, I can see why they did what they did. And like I said, the draft board fell so that it worked out. I had us taking Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I had us doing it way earlier than that. So the fact that he fell was crazy. Melifonwu, iffy. I'm just saying, he probably my favorite pick. I like them all, though. I don't dislike any of them. I know it's like, well, you haven't seen them. I get it, but I like all the picks, man. I'm pumped. This was a great video the Lions put together. I also love his reaction for Jamar Jefferson. Like, what you mean what about? I'm taking the Oregon State kid. Like, you already know. And then Dorsey's like, man, he's the highest guy on their board. Like, of course, I mean, and they were right. It's not about the pro day and the numbers with him. You actually got to watch this film, and you can see how good Jamar Jefferson can be. His 40 doesn't tell the truth of how many big plays that he can make happen, and we did that in our film video. But I felt like we were on with a lot of things we said about him. But man, I mean, this was a great behind the scenes. I just love the interaction in the whole war room. Like, the reactions from everybody was fantastic because they were all on the same page. They were all happy about the picks. It wasn't like some of those other ones where one guy's mad, they won't give him a handshake. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And the trades were cool. The fact that they would like talk to a team and be like, hey, who you picking? And they would tell, like, that stuff was cool. I wondered if that went on, and it did. And I just like it, man. They were just waiting. They wanted those guys. They're like, okay, let's just pray that Levi falls to us. Maybe we strip now. Let's just stay where we are. And of course, Dan Campbell, dude, his energy is great, and I just feel like he'd be a fun person to be around. But this was ultimately just an amazing episode. The draft was awesome, but now we're getting ready for the season, and obviously we have more videos to come. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you guys think of the Lions draft? Give me a grade in the draft. I know it's going back a little bit, but it was very fun, and we continue to do these scheme videos, things like that, so check it out. And if you guys want to know about any player we drafted or signed in UDFA, we haven't done them all yet. Guys like Dedrick Mills, we have to get on. However, if you want to know about all the draft picks and most UDFAs, I have videos on it of breakdowns of their film. So check those out. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that trail mix was good, and I'm out.